Are you stuck in bronze and don't really know what to do to rank up? Don't give up. I'm the outstanding proof that anyone can climb out of bronze. But first, a bit of a background story. I ended up mid-bronze end of 2018. I was discouraged and frustrated. I didn't feel I belonged there, but I couldn't really get out. So I decided to take things seriously. I started my Grandmaster Journey, focusing on training my mechanics, studying the game, always playing with little goals in mind, and eventually I improved enough that, after about 200 games in bronze, I finally made it out. And then out of silver. And now that I'm in gold and have accumulated more knowledge about how Overwatch competitive works, I understand better why I was stuck and what exactly is that I did that made me rank up to silver. So in this video, I will tell you what are the 3 most important things that made me climb out of bronze. 3 ridiculously simple actions that instantly changed my way of playing, made me better, and allowed me to win more games. Hey guys, Alex here with Overwatch Limbo, bringing you a true experience of the competitive mode to learn, improve, and grow together as better players. So if you're new here, I publish every 3 days guides, reviews, and debunked videos to dig deeper into my Grandmaster journey, and from now on, also basic guides like this one. So consider subscribing for more content like this, and hit that bell icon to make sure to be notified of all my future content. But a little disclaimer first. Every player has different reasons for being in bronze. Some people might be new to FPS or to games, some might just play a couple of hours a week, some don't have the right computer or settings, and some people might just have bad mechanical skills. What I'm presenting to you here is what helped me, what undeniably worked for my case, and made me climb to silver. Identify why you are in bronze and fix the problem will take you out of it, and you might not even need to do what I will talk about. But I can assure you that if you do the 3 things that I will recommend in this video, you will for sure get out of bronze. Alright, so tip number 1. Take comp seriously. Overwatch competitive mode is competitive. It's not quick play with a ranking system and gold guns as rewards. It's not a place to chill while watching a show, chatting with your bros, or eating a sticky pizza. The competitive mode requires commitment. You can't quit when you want. It also requires time. Games are almost twice as long as quick play ones. And it requires composure, because players are, and it's not a surprise, way more toxic. But taking comp seriously goes way further than that. Playing competitive means that as a player, you are looking for games that are more challenging and thrilling. The true Overwatch experience is the competitive experience, when 2 teams of the same level fight a tight and ferocious match for 20 minutes. And the higher you go on the ladder, the better the team coordination gets and the better is the experience. Which means that when you're in comp, you should aim at climbing, at getting better and ranking up. So in order to do that, I changed my mindset. I decided to accept my mediocrity, to stop whining because of my rank, to stop blaming my teammates and start doing something about it. I focus on myself, on what I could do to rank up. And the obvious answer is simple. I needed to get better. I needed to improve my aim, to improve my movements, to learn about the game, and in general to get better at it. And there's tons of ways to fasten up the process, and tons of things to learn. But not only you don't need that much knowledge to get out of bronze, but also knowledge and skills are useless if you don't take comp seriously. So what I did is changing my mindset and be more humble. If I was not winning a game, it was because I was not able to carry enough, because I didn't use my ult properly and didn't win that last team fight, because I didn't switch while I was not effective. I was telling myself that if I was gold or plat level already, I would have won that game. So I need to improve this and do better next time. And when I was getting tilted, mainly because of some other player picking on me and being toxic, I would immediately stop playing comp for a while, calm myself down, and eventually come back to it later. But state of mind is not all. I also started to play a lot more games. Because 1, it takes time to rank up. 2, if you don't play consistently, you will be more affected by chance. There are times and days that you will hit a losing streak, It's inevitable. If you play once a week and you get unlucky, then it's hard to compensate. But if you play around 5 games a day like I did, you'll never feel that the system is broken and losing streaks are a design plague to keep you in bronze. Since I set up important goals for myself, check out my Grandmaster Journey series for more about that, I also started to train every day before playing. Around 2 hours with aimbot, custom games and deathmatch games. But you don't have to go to that extent. You don't even have to do any training to get out of bronze. But you do want to do a bit of warm-up before launching a competitive game. Simply because a player is never performing to his full potential in the first half an hour of play. I personally would recommend at least 1 good hour of quick play or other arcade modes with the heroes you will play in comp before jumping into it. And that is the next point. Taking comp seriously also means that you need to realize that you can't play every hero. You need to specialize. I have seen so many bronze and silver players profile with playtime in almost every hero. That is not positive flexing. That is probably the main reason why those players don't climb. Personally, I was playing 6-7 heroes at first, which is not even that much. But I looked at my stats and win rates and noticed that my Winston, my Lucio, my Brigitte and my Reaper were not giving me good enough results. So I stopped playing them and focused on 3 heroes, Pharah, Orisa and Mora, 1 per role. But in my opinion, even that small pool of heroes is not the best option. And comes tip number 2, main a DPS. After playing so many games in bronze and observing the chaos that was usually going on, I realized that the winning condition was not some fancy tactic and factor like synergies, counterpicking, or ult economy, but it was the ability of the DPS to carry. In bronze, the team with the better DPS will win. A healer or a tank can't really carry at that rank unless he starts killing everyone and doesn't play his role as he should. And in that case, it's just better to play a DPS, isn't it? So what I did is exactly that. Even though I was able to play Orisa and Mora at fairly decent level for bronze, with positive win rate, since I was clearly losing some games because my DPS couldn't better the enemy DPS, I decided to DPS myself, at least on the maps that suited Pharah, and no matter how many other DPS my team was running. I basically stopped flexing that much and stopped trying to fill in for the sacrosanct 2-2-2 because in bronze, it doesn't really matter what composition you run since players won't most likely stay together and cooperate. I was training my Pharah a lot in custom games and deathmatch, and I was also watching guides on YouTube and reviewing my own gameplay in order to improve, so I was confident that I could carry my bronze games with her. But what pushed me to slow down on the flexing and disregard the balance of the composition is that my stats were showing I was doing really good for my rank, and because my win rate with her was 68%. So yeah, the easiest way to win more games in bronze is to be good enough for 1 DPS and play it as often as possible. Pharah has hard counters and she is not that effective on some maps, but the key thing to understand is that if you are good enough, you can carry with any DPS in any given situation. I'm not good enough to getting away with it if there's Widow, Ashe and D.Va on the enemy team, but truly a plant player would still carry in bronze no matter the opposition. So get really good at 1 DPS and stick to it as long as you are performing well, and it will definitely help you climb out of bronze. That's great and all, but what if for some reason you can't manage to get good results with your DPS? Maybe your aim is bad and you're not getting enough kills and doing enough damage. So you might think that you are not skilled enough to play DPS and you should play only heroes that don't require much aim like Mercy, Mora or Winston, and thus have a hard time to climb. But it's also possible that you are not playing in good conditions, and that impacts greatly your performance. Therefore, tip number 3, optimize your settings. If you take comp seriously as you should, you already know that you can't allow yourself to get disconnected in the midst of a battle. Not only it will likely result in a defeat, but depending on the nature of your disconnection, you might even get penalized and lose 50 SR. So there's no nice way to save this, but don't play comp if you have an unstable internet, a computer that crashes frequently, or some power surges. 1 problem a month is fine, once a week is not. Remember, you are not the only one affected by a disconnection. Your team will be too. There are a few steps to optimize your settings, and I will not go into the details since it will take too much time and there are heaps of other videos dedicated to that specific subject. But I will tell you all the aspects you should look into and what I have done that really changed my in-game performance. So when thinking settings optimization, probably what comes to mind first are the game settings. But you should also consider your environment while playing, the hardware you are playing with, and your computer settings. A good example of bad setting would be someone who is playing on a random computer in a PC room, with a lot of noise and people bumping into your chair, with cheap mice and headset, slow hardware, unstable network, and without any flexibility for software optimization. I personally started in that kind of environment, and obviously it didn't work out well. When I got myself a powerful computer with a nice gaming mouse and headset, and I started playing within the same control environment all the time, things got so much better already. Then to go even further, I studied and chose the best mouse sensitivity for myself and tweaked my computer and my game to improve my gaming conditions. But last change actually made a massive difference. By optimizing my computer and game settings, like I explained in my first Journey update linked in the cards up here and in the description below, my accuracy increased by 8% overnight. That's huge! A game-changing tweak, I assure you. I was finally able to hit those targets consistently and moving around smoothly. And that literally took me to a whole different level, or should I simply say rank. So I strongly recommend you to invest some time and maybe some money to upgrade your hardware, improve your environment, and optimize your settings as best as you can, if it's not already done. I guarantee it will have a concrete impact on your performance, your self-confidence, and your ability to rank up. Okay, quick recap to wrap this up. How to climb out of bronze. First, take comp seriously. Have the right mindset, be humble, always try to improve yourself, warm up enough before every session, specialize in a few heroes, play enough matches, and stop when you're tilted. Second, main a DPS. Choose one damage character that you are comfortable with. Train it as much as possible, get good at it, and when ready, almost insta-lock it disregarding the balance of the team. Finally, third and last tip, optimize your settings. From your environment to your Overwatch video options, don't leave anything to chance and make sure you are in the best conditions possible to play the game. Follow those 3 simple steps and you will surely make it out of bronze. Note that these advices go hand in hand with the natural goal of every competitive player, which is to get better at the game. Admitting that you already have acknowledged that to rank up you need to improve as a player, then these tips will prove themselves useful. And for beginners who want to learn the basics of Overwatch, I left a few links of good starter guides in the description below. If you got out of bronze, I'm really curious about why you did to do so. Did you just play until you got better, or did you use some kind of method? Share your experience for all the other bronze players in need in the comment section below. And that would be it for today. If you enjoyed the video and want more content like this one, make sure to leave it a like. It really helps the channel growing and keeps me going. Also, if you haven't done it already, consider subscribing and hitting that bell icon to be notified of all my future content. And here is the most helpful comment of the last video. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, remember losses, losers are not your mind. Tip of the day. Set up a daily routine for yourself that fits your schedule, including warm-up, practice, VOD reviews and study sessions. Not only you will get yourself ready for comp, but you will also improve at a faster pace. Remember, consistency is key in order to climb. Try it on and let me know if it works for you.